Hello. I am going to be making some Christmas cards tonight. I'm just getting everything ready to go. I've got most of my supplies already out. Man, that glare is awful. Maybe if I turn it upside down. I'm gonna grab some paper just to make sure I have a good healthy stash next to me for card bases and all of that. And that way we can make a couple. We don't have to stop what we're doing in the midst of things. So I've got my cardstock. I'm just going to be using white. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am actually going to be I'm going to be using these Stampers Anonymous stamps that I picked up last year or the year before. I can't remember which one. Usually they have a year on them. Do they have a year? I don't know. But, I don't know. Anyway, I can't remember if it was last year or if it was the year before that. But I really, really like that these kind of take up a whole card front. And it just makes it easier to, if you don't really have an idea or you don't want to spend a lot of time figuring out what your card is going to look like, you have some more options. Okay, so I have a couple of background stamps that I'm going to try out, and I've made these cards before, but I just figured I would recreate them because I really like them a lot. So I've got this snowflake background, which is from Hero Arts. I have two background stamps from My Favorite Things. So this one is a lace background. Just called Lace. Hey Rose. And then this one is called Watercolor Stripes. So that is what I'm going to do. I don't know. I'm just gonna... Oh, you didn't get a notification? Well, that would explain why there's literally just us in here. Oh, there's Evilise. Oh my gosh. Hey, you guys. I was getting a little worried. I was like in here literally by myself for a little bit, and I was a little concerned. I was like, man, it's a quiet night. I'm just talking to myself. No big deal. Hey, Renee. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Georgia. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. Yeah, I was like, I don't know what's going on, but no one's watching this video, so oh well. But I'm glad that you guys are here. But I've only been on for like 3 minutes maybe, so it's not like the notification was super late or anything, but I don't know, usually it just, now I have to start over. I feel like usually it comes a little quicker, or at least people start to tune in faster, but no such luck this time. I think it might be too that I scheduled it like sooner than half an hour, if that makes sense. So instead of you guys getting a notification saying like, a card day's work is going to go live in 30 minutes. It was less than 30 minutes when I put the lobby up, so it may have just like skipped that notification altogether. And then that's why nobody knew about it. And I didn't post on social media at all. It was kind of a surprise live. I wasn't going to go live today, but I figured I won't be able to go live tomorrow because I have a class at Joanne. So, I don't know. I just figured that this would be easier. Okay, so, hey Marie. Oh, running around getting last minute Christmas stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I am that person because I have done pretty much nothing. I have not done a whole lot for Christmas. I need to get on it. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious, Rose. That's probably a genius idea because I've never really thought about that, but that would make it so much easier than having to do all those little itty bitty pieces. Yeah, Georgia, lucky for me, my kids are very small, and so they really don't know the difference of like anything. They don't know what to expect. They don't know any different than whatever we get them or whatever we do this year. So hopefully that plays to my advantage, and we don't have to do anything crazy. But we'll see what happens. My 4-year-old, he just finally wrote his letter to Santa yesterday because for whatever reason, I don't know. I kept trying to get him to do it, and he was not interested. He didn't want anything to do with it. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys his letter to Santa. So he asked, I made him, so I wrote dear, and then he wrote Santa, and he put a Z instead of an S, so that's pretty cute. And then he wrote his name down at the bottom too. So he's in preschool, he's in pre-K. So they're learning how to write their names and stuff. I don't know if you can really even see that. But he was using a colored pencil. And so I wrote his list on here of things he wanted. But the things that he put on this list were literally things he could see around him while he was sitting there trying to make the list. So he couldn't think of anything that he wanted. So he was like, already using colored pencils, so he asked for colored pencils. He had paper, he was playing with Play-Doh, he had stickers on his desk, and the toy cleaning wipes is because there's like 2 bottles of Lysol wipes that were sitting right next to him, and we always have to scold him and be like, stop taking all of the Clorox wipes. And so he asked for toy cleaning wipes. And then more books and a toy printer, because there is a out-of-commission printer like behind where he was sitting. So that was really weird. And anyway, I don't know if you guys noticed this down here that says, please eat carrots. He's like really adamant that I had to include that on the list. And he said that Santa would know what it meant. When I finally pried it out of him, he said, Santa is very overweight. And Santa eats way too many cookies at other people's houses. And anybody who eats that many cookies in one night is probably going to get really sick. So we should only put carrots out for Santa and no cookies and just say, please eat carrots. So I included his message, please eat carrots. Santa will be very disappointed. I don't know. Anyway, so that's that. Oh, and they're not for Rudolph. I know, because I said, oh, you mean for the reindeer? And he was like, no, they're for Santa. Hey, Trudy. But yeah, so he was very adamant about that. And I was like, okay, well, I'll put that in your letter. But anyway, so that's that. Okay, so what we're going to do, I explained this at the beginning, but I was alone. Nobody was in here. So I will tell you again what I'm doing, which is, I'm going to be using this Stampers Anonymous stamp set to make some easy Christmas cards. And I am just going to heat emboss these. So I'm going to use the emboss resist technique. And then we will pair them with some fun backgrounds, and we're going to do some non-traditional Christmas colors too, just to kind of spice things up a little bit, because I really like the way that these ones look with those fun colors. But yeah, so we're going to do some emboss resist technique. Let's do, what do we want to do first? I like this. Let's do this New Year one, because actually I want to do the tree first. Let's do the tree first. I really like the tree. 25 cards. Oh my gosh. And they want them done before Christmas? Or like, when are they expecting to get those? That's crazy. Okay. Is that your daughter, Trudy? Is Jessie your daughter? Hey, Vay. In a few days, good Lord. That's a lot of work for not that much time. I hope that it is, oh, it would help if I took this foam thingy out of here first, huh? Yeah, let's go with that. Okay. So I'm not really concerned about getting this completely centered, because I'm going to be trimming it down a bunch anyway, but it can't hurt to get it mostly centered. 1 layer card with snowflakes and ribbon. Well, that's cool. That's not too bad. Okay, so I think I said hi, Stacy, but if I did not say hi, hello. I said it in my head if I didn't say hi. These are Stampers Anonymous, so it's from Tim Holtz collection. I love these. It's called Doodle Greetings 2. I don't know. They're gorgeous. I got them either last year or the year before, but I can't remember which. I'm not sure. 1 or 2 years ago. And they had another set that was really cute. They also have these in mini sizes as well, so you can get them smaller if you don't want it to take up the whole card. And I thought that was pretty cool to have that option. Okay, so I'm going to be doing my heat embossing, and so I'm just applying some anti-static powder. They are so big. I have made this card, or this whatever card we're making, this style of card, I don't know if it was last year, if it was the year before, but whenever I made it, I really, really loved the results, especially with Emboss Resist and some really pretty ink blending. You can do, I don't know, it's just really pretty. There's a little bit of fuzz right there. Okay. Let's see how this turns out. Hopefully perfect. I like to kind of just rub like this, just to make sure that my whole stamp gets applied. I find that I have better results like this when it's a larger stamp that takes up some more space, and especially when it's intricate like this. There's a lot of text, there's a lot of little details that you want to make sure you don't miss. So I just like to rub it like that just to make sure I get a nice clean stamped image. I'm going to go ahead and grab a coffee filter. Yeah, so we're going to use Alabaster for this, and I am actually going to have to restock my Alabaster before too long, because it is starting to run low compared to what I would like. Probably it's not really that low, but whatever. In my opinion, it feels low. Oh, on that note, about Alabaster, some of you guys were asking last night in the live if we could bug Christopher for a 6-ounce bottle of the Alabaster. And he is going to go live later tonight to announce this, but he did give me the okay to tell you guys that they are going to, or they already do have it in the shop. So I put a link for you guys if you're interested in grabbing the 6-ounce embossing powder. It's linked down below. It's the very first product in the supplies area down there. And he said there's only like 20 or something available because it takes up so much powder to do it. They don't have a ton. So you guys kind of get the first chance at it because Christopher's not going to go live until a little bit later. So if you are interested in grabbing it, I would recommend doing it before all those other people get on Christopher's live later. But yeah, I linked it down below for you guys in case you want to check it out. It's the same page as the normal Alabaster, only now there's an option. So it'll say 1 ounce or 6 ounces, so you can choose your size, which I think is pretty awesome. And I think I'm going to need the giant one of Alabaster and also Gilded. Those are the two that I think for sure I need. And then after that, I can kind of gauge which other ones I might want to have. And I think he said that the icicle was also going to be updated, but I checked the page and it is not available yet. He did update it. Hold on one second. Let me get it for you. The icicle is now available in the 6-ounce size as well. Let me paste that here for you. Okay, there it is in the chat. And I will go ahead and update that in the description as well. 6-ounce icicle embossing powder. Just so that you guys have that chance to grab it. I don't know, it's like a sneak peek. I was so excited when he said that I could mention it in my video. I was like, oh yeah, fancy. Okay. All right, that is updated. Hey, Annalisa. All right, so we've got our embossing powder on there, and we're gonna go ahead and heat set it. And then, let's see, we gotta choose our Distress ink colors. I'm gonna let my heat tool get nice and hot before I take it to my paper. Rose, that is a lot of powder, but I bet it's worth it. Especially if you use it all the time. If you make a lot of cards with heat embossing, it's really definitely worth it. Oh, I just love this stamp so much, you guys. It is so cute. It's like the perfect combination of whimsical and elegant. I don't know. It's just so pretty. All right. Okay, so now hopefully you can see that it does have that shiny... Oops, I missed a spot. Hold on. That little C is not all the way embossed. There we go. Make sure I didn't miss anywhere else. Oh, looks okay. All right. Okay, so now we need to pick which colors we're going to use for our distress ink. And I think I want to use something non-traditional. I don't necessarily want to use something that you would normally think of when you think of Christmas. So I think I'm going to grab maybe some like purple and pink and orange. I'm not sure. Hold on one second. Spiced marmalade and seedless preserves and picked raspberry, I think. These are kind of like a weird color combination, but that's okay. We're gonna make it work somehow. We'll see what happens. Hopefully I don't ruin it. Okay, let's think about this. Probably trying to think of like, I probably want to do maybe the purple. I probably should have started with the purple because I can start on the outside edge with my purple, and I really should probably use my media mat. Woo, throwing things on the floor, you guys. All right, I'm gonna pop out my media mat. Sorry in advance about the glare because I know that probably is not going to be super pleasant. Oh, you got a really cute Christmas card today? That's awesome. I love Christmas cards. They're so much fun. They're really late, but all of my Christmas cards for the design team or for the inspiration team for Brutus Monroe went out today. So hopefully they'll get to each of them before too long. I don't know. We'll see. They're all different, so that'll be interesting. I didn't mass produce a card this year. Usually I send the same card to everyone, and I did not do that this year. So we'll see. Water got shut off. Oh no. That's no good. Okay, so I'm going to start with this purple up at the top. And then I'm going to fade it out as I go down so that it blends easier with my next color. And I've never tried it like this, where you do multiple colors. I've only ever used this design with a single color, and then I just blended it, the whole ink panel. All right, so then let's do our pink. I don't know. We'll see what happens. This may not look very cute, but hopefully it'll turn out some sort of decent. And I do have some trouble with this particular, this pad has always been like extremely juicy, I guess. I don't know. So I'm going to kind of come in. I want to take a lot of it off, but I want to come in from the sides. So that I don't get any harsh lines in my blending there. I don't know. I find that that helps a little bit. Because I want to have a nice, soft transition. I don't want it to be really harsh and, I don't know. I just don't want there to be a big line there. So you can see it helps it. And I'm just going over super, super lightly here to kind of blend those two colors in a little bit better so that the difference is not shocking or weird looking. And then we'll go in with the orange on the bottom. So like I said, I kind of get lighter and lighter with the color as I go down. That's pretty. Background is a night sky with Santa's sleigh passing over the moon. Oh, that's super cute. You could share it in my Facebook group so that we can see it if you want to. That'd be cool. I have that link down below this time too, you guys. So if you are looking for the Facebook group that I created, it is linked in the description as well. So we can share all of our fun cards and all of that. But yeah, hopefully we get some cool projects shared in there. I can't wait to see what you guys make. All right. So again, just getting really soft as I go up into the pink so that we get some nice blending. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Lisa. Exactly, Rose. That's kind of why I like these, because it really does make it easy to crank out cards fairly quickly, because you don't have to do any sort of like fancy blending. Like you don't have to even use multiple colors. You can literally just do this with one color and it looks beautiful. That's what I normally do, is just use one color, but I figured I would try something a little different for this one. Yeah, Annalisa, I teach the Cricut classes at Joanne. So I do, I think the one that I'm teaching tomorrow is just learn to use your Cricut Explorer, or Maker. So it is solely based on like how to use the machine, how to get set up. You make some projects. I don't know, it's pretty cool. I like it. Look at that. I think that turned out kind of cool. Okay, so what I'm going to do is actually take a paper towel. Sorry for that loud noise. It's on one of those like crank things, and the paper towel roll is running thin. And so that means I have to crank it quite a bit more. Hey, Kijo. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of do a little bit of rubbing over top of my embossed area just to get some of that ink that sits on top of it. The whole idea with the embossed resist is that the embossed area resists the ink. However, it does end up with some sitting on the top of the embossing powder, but it does wipe off. So you can see that it gets a little bit more vibrant as you wipe it. Now you don't want to go crazy scrubbing at it, because you might ruin the embossing powder, or you might have some weird looks with your ink blending, but as long as you are not too rough with it, it should be okay. But I like to just do that because it helps make it pop out a little bit more. And then there you go. So that is the front of the card. And then what I would like to do is I'm going to stick my media mat over here for now until I'm ready for it again. And then let's see, I think I cut this down when I made it before. Let's see what I have. I usually, these are kind of my go-to rectangle dies. That one is too small. This is actually 2 sets of dies, and they are from Lawn Fawn. So it's the large stitch rectangles and the small stitch rectangles. So I use these for pretty much anything that I need a stitched rectangle for. However, I do think that Brutus Monroe has stitched rectangle dies, but when I went to look, I don't think they were in stock. So I use these ones for now. Let's see. Okay, I've got my B plate, my C plate. Okay. I'm just going to do a little bit of die cutting here just to get, my plates are all out of order, just to kind of give it a more finished look. And I want to take off some of the outer areas just because I want it to, I want to have another background on there. In my other cards that I've made using this style, I did it so that there is a snowflake pattern on the background, and I really like how that, I don't know, I like how it looks with this background as well. Ooh, I should have put my die in a little bit more at an angle. There's a little bit of a speed bump in there. All right. I kind of want to keep that for something, but I don't know what. So I'll just set it aside for now. Okay, let's see how our panel looks now that we've got our little stitched rectangle action going on. Oh, it looks so cute. It's crazy how much of a difference it makes to add stitch detailing to something. It just makes it look so much more finished and crisp than if you just left it blank. So I really like that. Okay. Oh, Lisa, me too. I really like this color combination. It's a little unexpected, but I think that's nice. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We are going to fold a card base to go with this. And then, see, it's gonna go on top like this. Now, you could just leave it blank like this, right? Like this would look totally fine. This would actually be really pretty just to leave like that. If you wanted to do this as a mass-produced card, absolutely, you could just leave it like this. What I was doing was actually using some of these patterned, they're background stamps, but this one is from Hero Arts and it is a snowflake pattern. And then I also got out this My Favorite Things lace background and My Favorite Things watercolor stripe background. So I don't know, we've got some options. I think I'm gonna go with a snowflake to start out with. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Okay, I've got some tape on the bottom of this because the bottom ripped. So, okay, here we go. And what I do, honestly, is I don't even take it off of the backing generally. Oh, the rounded rectangle dies. Do I have those ones? I don't know if I have those ones. I don't think I do. Do I? Did I pick those ones up? I don't think I do. I should have used those. Annalisa, you know my stash better than I do. I was like, do I even own those? I like those, but do I have them? Apparently I do. You guys are so funny. Oh, man. Can you stamp that tree with the same pattern and add that trimmed edge? Oh, yes. Do you mean like on a separate piece like this and then stamp it with the maybe those colors or something? Like the same color gradient? That would be really cool. Okay, we'll do that in a second. I think that's an awesome idea because I really wanted something to use that for. Annalisa, I'm so embarrassed. That's so funny. I mean, it's really not funny because that means I have way too much stuff and I don't know. I don't even know what I own. Yes. I had already forgotten that I had those. So I'm glad that you actually said that because now I can use them. Oh, and you guys, I did want to take a second and talk to you about some things that were kind of brought to my attention. So there have been some questions about like the fundraising that I've been doing and trying to get to Creativation. So I wanted to kind of take a second to address that. So I wanted to just throw it out there that any fundraising that I am doing is solely personally for me. It is not like sponsored by or affiliated with anyone. It is just me as a person. So it is not me trying to go with a company or as a representative for a company. It is solely for my individual channel. And I just wanted to let you guys know, just because I think there's been some confusion about that. So any sort of like the GoFundMe page or any PayPal donations or anything like that is not affiliated with Brutus Monroe at all. And it is not sponsored or endorsed by Brutus Monroe or any of the other companies that I partner with. And I suppose I should say that it's not sponsored or affiliated with YouTube either. Just to kind of be clear. But I just wanted to give you guys that information so that you are in the know. I want to be as transparent as possible because I don't want you guys to feel like you're not sure what's going on or you feel uncomfortable with anything. So yeah, if you guys have questions, you can certainly ask me anything that you want to ask me. But I just wanted to kind of throw that out there. Okay, so let's see. I'm trying to decide what I want to do. If I want to do the same gradient on the snowflake background, or if I want to just stamp that in one color. Thanks, Lisa. I'm worried that it's going to be difficult to line it up. I can try. let's see what happens. The worst that can happen is we have to throw it away, right? So let's do this. We're going to use a little bit of pink in the center, and I'm just going to say like it's about 1 ink pad's worth. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go a little wider than what I intend to use. And honestly, this is probably not the best choice for this because distress inks don't always stamp the greatest. Just because of the nature of their formula and all of that, they don't always stamp the greatest. As far as like a detailed image goes, but we will see what happens. All right, so I'm going to use the paper towel, and I'm just going to kind of like gently sort of dab at it like that so that I get some of the color up. And then I'm going to stamp right over top of that with the orange. And that should hopefully give me a nice gradient look. We will see what happens though. I've seen Jennifer McGuire do it, so it must be a thing, right? I'm going to do the same thing up the top. And I know I don't need to ink up all of this, but better safe than sorry, right? So I'm going to do a little bit here as well. I don't know what's going to happen with this, but we'll see. I'm going to add hopefully a little bit of my pink back. I don't want to contaminate my ink pad, so I'm trying to be careful. Okay, let's see what happens. So I've got my card base, and I am just gonna, moment of truth, you guys. Okay, and do I have, at one point I had a scrap piece of paper or something. This will work for the moment. It is the release paper from my, a shipping label of stuff that I shipped out today from my little Etsy store. And I'm just using it to kind of let myself press down without worrying about getting ink everywhere and all of that. Though I didn't think about it that I'm probably getting ink all over the back of my card, but that's all right. Okay. Let's go ahead and pop this off and see how it, oh my God, you guys! Ah! That's so cool! It actually worked! Ah! Yes, a brayer would be perfect. I just don't happen to have one out right now. I have one somewhere. I don't know where it is though, to be completely honest. Isn't that so pretty? I didn't get a perfect stamp down here, but I'm not even mad about it. This is the first time I've ever tried that, and that is super cool. I am so excited. I guess I probably should have used a smaller, maybe I should use a smaller stamp for this one, because now that I'm looking at it, now it's covering up too much of my pretty background, and I just don't know how I feel about that. I feel like maybe we need to explore another option. Because look how much of the background it's covering up. I don't know. Hey Heather, how's it going? Okay, so I really like that, but I think we're gonna have to figure out something else because I can't bear to cover up that snowflake pattern that much. I feel like it needs to be more out there. I don't know. It needs more background, yeah. But look at that. That's pretty cool. Man, I'm really digging that. Those look so cool together. What would be really cool is if I had done this on the envelope. So like if you just used like a white card base or something, you know, like this for the card, and then this was the envelope, that would be super cute. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so use the border edge of the card piece. This one here. Like that. It's so cute. My goodness. Okay. That would be cute on an envelope. Yes. Okay, so now we have some options. What else should we do? I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, die cut a greeting, but which one? What am I going to use? I only have, do I have any sentiment? I mean, I have like my Cricut. I could make my own sentiment, but I don't really have that many words. Thanks, Tracy. The border one and put a sentiment. A Brutus Monroe sentiment. Okay, so let's see. Ooh. Okay, so I've got my stash of Brutus Monroe stuff over here. I think that snowflake card will be my Christmas order. It's fun. Oh, you totally should. Be sure you post photos. I would love to see that. And you could even do this with, if you had a stencil, if you had the Brutus Monroe stencil for this, like the snowflake stencil, you could do the same thing with your ink blending. So just do like a gradient with this color combination. I think it's really pretty. For the tree, use a piece of colored paper behind it that matches one of the colors. It's a good idea. Okay, I'm just flipping through my stamps, you guys, so I can find something that I want to put on that card. Let's see. Oh yeah, yep, the Unity snowflake background too. Yep, I don't think I have that one. Yeah, no, I only have, I have the first 4. I think I have all of the first, well, no, I don't have Spilled Paint. I have Hit the Brick, Barn Wall, Dance with Denim, and then Sweatawetta, but I don't have the other ones, which is a bummer. Okay, so I'm just flipping through my stamps to see if anything sticks out at me from Brutus Monroe to use. I mean, there's the Sweater Weather stamp from the fall. It's from Autumn Sunrise from the Bountiful Harvest box. There's that Sweater Weather one. That could be kind of cute. The only thing about this sentiment, though, is I don't really like to use it as, like, on a piece of cardstock. I would prefer to just stamp it directly on the background. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but let's see. Okay, well, I think that I can use that. That's cute. Yeah, I have the Yuletide Greetings one, too. Let's see. There's also Stay Cool. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. Stay Cool, which is in Sprinkled with Love. Yeah. And then there is, let's see. Then there's Yuletide Greetings, which is Have the Happiest Holidays, Yuletide Greetings. I kind of like the scripty stuff of this one, though. Like, I love that script font with the chunkier sentiment at the bottom. I don't know why, but these types of sentiments, like, really speak to me. I don't know, I really like them. Well, I'm running out of room to stack things on my desk, you guys. Hand letter and emboss something. That's just so much work for me tonight. I could cut something on my Cricut. Let's see. Let's see how this looks on here. Sweater, wetter. What I need, is there a cut file for this one? I'm not sure. I don't remember if there is. Yeah, I really like the Sweater Weather one. And I kind of think I might have it overlap here so that it stamps on the frame as well. Just because, I don't know, I like the way that that looks. So that it kind of goes over, so it's not just like inside the frame. But we will see how things go. All right, let's see. I actually kind of think I might use just black ink because I think this is like obviously a very non-traditional card, and I don't know, I kind of like this color combination with something crisp black, but I don't want to use I can't believe how cute that is. I don't want to use Lord have mercy, you guys. I don't want to use a block of text or, you know, like a background or something. I don't want to put it on something because I don't want to cover any more of the background than I have to. Just because I really like this background. Fussy cut and stamp the sentiment on it. I mean, maybe. I could try. Okay, so I'm going to do these one at a time. And I'm just going to use the Raven Detail ink for this. And here's hoping I don't mess it up. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It worked out well for us before when I said that, right? And I was like, I don't know if this is going to work, but let's try it. All right, let's see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to stamp it a couple times just to get a really nice, crisp definition to my stamp. Yeah, I hope that the black will stand out really nicely. That's kind of what I was thinking. And I think it looks really nice with these really bright, vibrant colors to have the black like that. I don't know. We'll see. Huh. Okay. Oh, emboss it with clear. That's a good idea. Okay. I've got like one little spot on my stamp that is, I don't know what's going on there. Well, what I'm going to do is fill it in with a little black pen. I don't know why it's not stamping right there, but quick solution for that. There we go. Now it's perfect. Okay, so now we have that, but now what I want to do is add this back on top. And all I'm going to do is ink up the edge over here so that my little tag actually goes over the edge, if that makes sense. So my little black piece there, I want it to go on top, just because I like the way that it looks when it overhangs a little bit. It looks, I don't know, just nicer to me. Yay! Okay. Hooray! I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so then now we can glue that together. Although before I do that, you guys said you wanted to emboss it with clear. Although I don't actually have the icicle. I have rainbow sparkle and I have fairy dust or something like that. Where is that other one? I think I have fairy dust. Do I not? I don't know. All my embossing powders are kind of all, but I have rainbow sparkle. You think that'll work? Let me clean off my stamp a little bit here. I need to add a little bit more of my Squeaky Clean because it's been a little while since I used it and it's a little bit dry. There we go. Nice and juicy. Takes that color right off. Oh yeah, I could use Raven too. That's fair. Now I do need to be really sure that I get my background really coated with anti-static powder tool because I don't want that stray embossing powder sticking to my card with all of my distress ink blending and all of that. So what I'm going to do is put this little guy back inside my Misty. I'm going to hold it down right there. We're going to use the anti-static powder tool like crazy down here. I'm going to kind of pat it from the top because I feel like that gets the powder out a little bit better. And I'm just going to kind of go to town. I can always wipe it off later, but the powder, I just don't want it to get stuck. Any of that extra powder. Okay, so now we've got our rainbow sparkle. Let's see, we've got our embossing ink. Let's go ahead and get that inked up and ready to go. And the beauty of the Misty is that I know that it is in the exact same place. So I don't have to worry about trying to line it up exactly. It's going to stamp exactly where I want it, right on top of where I already had it stamped. And that's always a bonus. Okay, let's bring it right on over here and get our rainbow sparkle going on. Okay, do you guys think I should shake this up first just in case? I don't know if I need to do that or not, but let's just do it. Hey, Gyps! Let's make it happen. Okay. Here we go. It does look a little more evenly distributed. Moment of truth. We're going to see how well I coated this bad boy with anti-static powder tool. There's a few stragglers, but it's not too bad. I like it. I actually kind of like how that looks, how it gives it like this gray effect. I know that it won't stay like that, but it's pretty cool. And for those of you who have joined in after I talked about it, Christopher gave me the go-ahead to give a little sneak peek of what he's going to be, one of the things he's going to be talking about in his live video. He said he would probably be on fairly late tonight, but there is a link down in the description below for 6-ounce jars of the Icicle and the Alabaster embossing powders. So if you were waiting for those, I know that there were a few people who were asking for them. Those are down in the description box below. You can click on them before anybody else. Like I said, Christopher gave me the go-ahead to just kind of mention that and let you guys know, but he will be announcing that in his video tonight. And I think he said there's only around 20 of them available just because it takes up so much powder to fill them. But yeah. The Misty is the workhorse of the card maker's world. You are not wrong, girl. It is probably the best thing I ever bought. And I was worried, like when I first started, I'm gonna turn my heat tool on. When I was new to stamping, I was like, that is a lot of money for a picture frame or whatever. And because I just didn't understand how valuable it was. And now that I have it, I have 2 sizes, and I mean, I just feel like I couldn't live without it as far as stamping goes. Because you guys know that I'm not good at lining things up. And I don't know. I don't think I could live without it. Oh, you guys, this is going to be so pretty. Oh my gosh. This was the best idea. You guys. It is so pretty. Hold on. We got a little bit of warping going on, but that's okay. Look at that. I hope the shadow's not taking away too much from how pretty it is. It is gorgeous. It looks so much prettier in person than I feel like it's giving it credit for in this camera view. I don't think it looks so pretty in person. Okay, so we've got one more thing to do because I do want to add the little bit of sparkle here. I don't want it to look really weird. So I am going to pop that back in there and put my, I know that seems crazy to do all of that again for this tiny little piece, but I'm going to do it. Because I just don't, I don't know. It looks so pretty with that sparkle. I don't want to miss any of it. It's so funny that this is ending up being like a totally different card than I was even intending. I was planning to make this be like the card we were working on, and then now it's sort of morphed into something different, which is awesome. Okay, so I only need just that little tail. I don't need anything. Exactly, Annalisa. I was like, man, I have been living under a rock. This is like the best invention ever, which literally is in its name. It's the most incredible stamp tool invented. The name says it all. Okay, hopefully this goes okay. I'm worried about the ink blended background because that does take a while to dry sometimes, but hopefully since we're coating such a small area, we won't have too much trouble. Yeah, it looks pretty good. There's a few drops here, or specks, whatever we want to call them, but it's not too bad. That's pretty good. I've kind of been using like a hot dog motion with these a little more lately, and I found that it's been working better to kind of like cup it in my hand like this because it forms that nice little angle for you to pour it out at. I was having some trouble previously Even though I was using the coffee filters, I was still managing to dump powder all over the place. So I've been searching for new ways to make it work. As much as I would love to be coated in glitter all the time, I don't think that's probably the best idea. Okay, let's hit this tiny little spot with the heat tool. Hopefully it's still hot. Yep. All right. Easy peasy. Okay. So now we've got our finished little frame here. I don't even know. I'll put some sequins on it or something maybe. Okay. Well, I've got, where's my glue? Here we go. Uh-oh. My little tip came right on out of there. Uh-oh. I didn't clean my glue well enough, you guys, and apparently, all right, well, I'm gonna have to figure that out later. My little tip is stuck in there. So for the time being, let's use this fancy schmancy Gina K Connect glue that I got in my goodie bag at the anniversary party. I've actually really been liking using this because you can get such a fine little bit of it and it dries clear and it works really well. I used this to, I'm pretty sure this is what I used, isn't it, to adhere the ornament backs when I was making those ornaments, like the clear plastic ones with the background, and they're hanging on my tree. They've never come off. Whoa, I totally missed where I was trying to put that the first time. Good thing this stuff dries clear. And I'm gonna have to put this under something like flat and heavy to try to help it not be so warped, because it is a little bit warped from heat embossing on it down at the bottom there. My goodness, I really like it. This is not what I was intending to make, but that's okay. That is super cool. I'm really obsessed with that color combination and that we were able to get that gradient effect like that. That is awesome. Uh-oh. See, it's a little long on the bottom here, so my glue's kind of spilling over. Whoop. Okay. Well, that's fun. Ah, that's so cool. Okay, so now we have this one. Let's figure out, do we want to just, because I could do the easy peasy thing and literally just pop it on a white background and call it good. And that would be okay with me. I mean, I think it looks pretty because this is like the focal point, and so if the background is just plain white, I think that's okay. I would like to I would like to pop it up on foam, I think, just to give it a little bit of extra oomph. Yeah. All right. Let's see what I have. I don't have any orange. I have one thing of purple. I like to try to use the same colors for my foam as I do on like that coordinate, just because then I feel like it doesn't look so weird. I could maybe go with this lime green since I use such bright colors. Georgia, the stamp that I used is Hero Arts background. Let me see if it has a specific name. Hold on. It says hand-drawn snowflakes, bold prints. So it's Hero Art rubber stamp. And yeah, there's the pattern there. Rose, are you waiting for Christmas or what? Oh, that's stamp still had a bunch of ink on it. Whoops. Now my hands are all inky. Put yours under your craft mat. What's under your craft mat? I'm confused. Yeah, I'm confused. Craft room is a mess. Want to clean it before I lose everything. Amen. I totally feel that. All right, let's see. How big is this? Like 3.75-ish. So we'll do 3.5. Let's start there. And if we need to trim some more, we can. Oh. Okay, see how we're doing. Yep, that's good. And then that probably means that this is about 5. So if I do 4.75, theoretically, it should be the right size. Yay! I did a thing. Okay, yeah, so then it'll be popped up a little bit. That'll be, like, give it a little bit of interest. Let's see. I can probably use this Unikay Connect glue again. Hopefully it works with this Fun Foam. I've never used it with Fun Foam, so I'm not sure. Well, I don't think I have. You guys know about my memory, though. Sometimes. Sometimes. Yeah, I'm feeling a little better. I'm definitely still congested, and my lips are so chapped. So I really need to drink more water. But I hope that I will be kind of getting over things, and I will be on the mend really soon, because being sick and trying to stay home with the kids, because, you know, Wednesday was their last day of school, and I say they, but it's only my 4-year-old. It was his last day of school before the holiday break. They say that they follow the... They say they follow the school system schedule around here, but it's not true, because their last day was on Wednesday, and the public schools around here go until tomorrow, like on Friday, but they have a half day. But I don't know, whatever. But yeah, so they are on Christmas break already, but I think they go back on like the 2nd. So they go back like right after New Year's. Which is kind of crazy. Okay, I really like that, you guys. Look how cute. Let me move it over so you can actually see them. That is super cool. What a fun card set. I don't know. I really like that color combination. And I just sort of grabbed those, so that was really cool that they worked out nice. Yeah. I'm pretty excited about that. Okay, cool. Well, let's see. It's 8:57 right now, so we've been on for like about an hour. Hey, Gyps. I don't know if there's anything that you guys want to see or do before we go. I always feel like I'm keeping you guys way too long. Oh, right. You know what? Before I go, now that I'm thinking about it, no card is complete without some bling. So I have... let's see. I have large drops and small drops and clear sequins. So there we go. What do you guys think? The stamp with the 3 colors. I think I missed something. Oh, which colors were they? It is Spiced Marmalade is the orange. And then Picked Raspberry is the pink. And Seedless Preserves is the purple. Yeah, Seedless Preserves and Picked Raspberry and Spiced Marmalade. They work really nice together. I like it. The tree stamp in that pattern. I'm missing something. Do you want me to do another card? Oh, I see. Oh my gosh. Okay. So like make another card, but do it like this pattern, but with this stamp, right? Sometimes I just need like more context because I'm like trying to read a bunch of stuff and do the things, and I don't know, I get distracted easily. So I'm like, what? Yeah. Okay, so let's see. We can use a couple clear drops. This one doesn't need much. Hey, Trudy, welcome back. All right, this one. Okay, so we've got those for that one, and then I'll move them around in a second. Whoops, it's inside my card. Yes, 2 cards instead of 1. That's always good in my book. That's pretty neat. because I really only intended to make one of this thing. But you know, let's see. Thank you. I really like how these turned out. Okay, so I think that's good. And then these ones, let's see, we can put one up here and one down there. So maybe like that. Okay. Oh, that's awesome, Trudy. All right. So I guess I will just keep on using my Gina K Connect glue since I've already got it out. So we will just plop this right on there. It always makes me nervous because when you put it on, it gets kind of cloudy. That's the same with like any of these glues, but then it dries clear. But that first, you know, like that first, when you squish it, that first second there, it makes me nervous. I'm like, oh no, did I use the wrong one? Nope. You haven't tried your Raven Detail ink yet? It's like my favorite. I use it for pretty much everything. I just got the re-inker while I was at the anniversary party. So I haven't used it yet because I don't quite need it yet, but I've been using the heck out of that thing, and I haven't had to re-ink it yet. You guys know I've been creating a lot of cards, so that's pretty cool. I'm really excited that we were able to do that with Distress Inks. This color, I won't want to call it ombre because it's not really ombre, because I don't know. Anyway, the gradient thing, color changing, whatever they're called. I like it. I'm really excited that we were able to get that with Distress Inks. Small and large mixed drops based on the size of snowflake background. Do you mean like in the centers, Fatima? I don't know. Is it also ombre? I'm not sure. Is ombre, is gradient the one that is all one color and then this would be ombre? Or is it the opposite? I don't know. You guys know I'm not like technically savvy when it comes to all of these terms. I don't know. Either way, it looks pretty and I'm happy about it. But yeah, Fatima, tell me, did you mean in the centers of the snowflakes? Large, small and large mixed drops. Ombre is dark to light transition of the same color. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine then. I guess ombre then. Oh no, but see, dark to light transition of the same color. I don't know what the term for this is then. I don't know, you guys. Somebody Google it quick. I'm not sure. But anyway, regardless, it looks pretty, and that's all that matters, right? Even if I don't know the right word for it. Okay. So Evilise said she wanted the snow or the tree background. Okay, I'm going to set these aside so that they can kind of hang out and get dry with their little dots on them. The term is beautiful and it's called fun. You guys are the best. Okay, now we have, all I know is it's pretty. You guys are so sweet. Oh, I've got my like ever-growing stack of like discarded stuff that I'm not currently using. All right, so we're gonna pop this in here. We're gonna do the same thing that we did before, which is, let's see, let me clean this first because it still has, that's a testament, you guys, to the embossing ink. Can you see how shiny that still is? It is still inked up from when I used it. That's the very first thing we did in the video today, was ink up this stamp to use it with our Distress or Emboss Resist Distress ink background. And the ink was still not dry. So that really is awesome that you have that option to have it all that time. That's really cool. Okay. Oh my gosh, I did it again, you guys. I forgot to take the foam out. Let's see how we do. Maybe I got it backwards. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Like I said, I'm not very good really with like all of the terms for everything. Okay, so let's try it out and see what happens. All right, so before we started with the pink in the center, ombre is the same colors, hues. Okay. And I'm trying to do a little less this time. So you can see I'm angling my ink pad because this is a smaller image than the whole background was. So I don't want to get like too carried away. And here's my paper towel. So I'm just going to kind of do like a little bit of dabbing on the edges. I'm going to take my purple up here. Kind of just blend it in. I don't want it to be perfect because I do want it to look more natural. I don't want it to be like straight lines of the color shift. So, okay. And then orange at the bottom. Woohoo! Yes, I think I like the way it looks. Okay, here we go. Let's see. All right, let's see what happens. I'm not feeling super confident, but who knows? We might be pleasantly surprised again because that was an awesome reveal the last time. But I'm wondering, because the Distress inks don't always stamp super well because of their formula and all of that. And so with all these words and tiny little things, I'm curious. No. That's amazing. Oh my gosh. Evilise, this was an amazing idea. You guys. You guys. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That is so, so pretty. I love it. I really, really love it. Oh. Wow. All I needed was that border that I already used on this card. Yep. Sorry, you guys. Okay, well, let's see. What are we going to do with this one? Do we want to use our same rectangle die and we can cut it down and then maybe we can do something in the background so that it's kind of more of the focus and it's not so much white? Let's see. Yeah, of course. Evilise, that was a great idea. Oh, you think emboss it? Like with the clear again? What do you guys think? Do you think we should use the, here, I'll go ahead and die cut it first, and then we can emboss, sorry about the shaking, y'all. I think my, my camera stand is actually touching my desk right now, and so I think it's, it is making it wiggle a little bit when my desk moves. All right. So it might get a little bit wobbly as I heat emboss. Yeah, that's what it is. So my camera stand that I have my phone on is touching the table. So as I move things around, it's wobbling a little bit. Sorry about that. That's like one of my biggest pet peeves when I watch videos and stuff. So I'm so bummed that that's happening to me. Okay, so now we've got it cut. Again, this is the Lawn Fawn stitched rectangle dies. I'm going to be totally honest and say I'm not sure if this particular one is part of the large or the small set because I just have them all together in one container. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. I really like it. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, so we've got that. And then now, honestly, we can just, I don't know if it's gonna look any good. I think these are too big to really, because it's only going to be showing like the tiniest little bit on the outside. I don't think it's worse or worth it. Okay. We could just use some colored paper. Okay. The shadows get a little weird when I try to hold it up next to the camera, so hopefully you can see what's going on. And we can also heat emboss it. I'm going to give it a little bit of time for it to dry a little bit more just to make sure that we don't have any issues with it. And then we'll use the anti-static powder tool. And then we can use some colored paper, maybe for our background. Hold on one second. Like maybe something orange or pink would be really cute. Like, I could try to find a pattern. I have a lot of orange paper. So if we want to use orange, that's very loud. But if we wanted to use orange, I don't think I really like that very much. Maybe a purple would be better because it won't be so loud. Hold on one second. I have a color purple over here that should work. Hopefully. So I have this pattern paper that I think will go pretty well with it. Let's see, 4 1/4. You know, purple's my favorite color. So purple's always a good thing in my book. Okay. This paper is very thin. So there's that. We could do that. Although if I was going to do that, I might put a black border around it. Yeah, the purple looked way better than the orange. But maybe if I put like a black, like a tiny little sliver of black around the outside. All right. Let's see. Hold on. 4 by 5.25. I hope that's the right size. Hey, Tracy. I feel like my measurements are slightly weird. This doesn't seem like it's like quite lining up. Weird. Okay, well, I don't know, what do you think? And then we can add some cute bling. Because then we kind of have all of the different options. Like, you know what I mean? Then we have some, like a good variance of, here's what you can do with this stuff. I don't know, I think that looks okay. All right, let's go with that. How are you doing, Tracy? We are kind of at the end of our Christmas card adventure for today. We started with some Emboss Resist, and we did some ink blending over top of that, and then we practiced some, let's call it ombre for the sake of whatever, but we did some inking, and I don't know, I think we did pretty good. I'm pretty excited about this. I think it turned out really cool. Okay, let's get this on here. I'll try to make it as even as I can. Ooh, that's definitely not even. It's like really close to the bottom. Okay. It was almost too late. All right, well, whatever. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's handmade after all. See, I don't think that this is, this paper is, I don't think this paper is straight because it seems crooked. I don't know. Oh, Gyps, that's okay. Okay, so let's add a couple of the little things to this one too. I could just do clear sequins, that would be okay, or I can stick with our theme and do the big drops as well. Let's see, we've got a big fat one right here. They're so huge. The big ones are really big. I kind of wish there was like an intermediate size. There may be, and I just don't know about it, but I don't know. And then we can put the little one down here in the corner. Woohoo! That way it has a little bit of sparkle, but it is not, it's not overwhelming. I don't know. I feel like that hopefully helps a little bit, but we will see how it looks once it's all done. I kind of find that sometimes I don't know if I like it until the stuff has dried enough that I can pick it up and hold it up instead of laying it flat on my desk. Sometimes I don't feel like laying it flat on my desk gives me the best idea of if I like where the placement is for something, but that's okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, and you know what else you could do with this kind of technique? So like with the multicolor inking on the single stamp, you could also do some really fun splattering with distress inks also. I think that that would be really cute. Yeah, these are Pretty Pink Posh. So these are, the ones I'm using are from Pretty Pink Posh, and they're the large and the small. But those are the only ones I've found. So I'm not sure if that's all they have or what. But yeah, that's what I'm using. Okay, so let me push them up for just a little bit so they're actually in the frame. But here is what we made today, you guys. That's pretty exciting. I'm really happy with how these turned out. That is really cool. Yay. And really, like, I mean, we used this stamp twice. We used that background stamp once. We really haven't really done a whole lot. I mean, we didn't really use that many supplies. We used 1, 2, 3, 4 stamps total. That's pretty cool. I don't know, I really like them. And I'm super in love with how we did the heat embossing that you guys suggested in the rainbow sparkle. I didn't think I was gonna like it, and I actually really do. It's so pretty. Oh, Annalisa, I wish they did still have a medium size. That would have been amazing, because I feel like I need something in between. But yeah. So I don't know. I like how those turned out. I really like this color combination. I like that we were able to experiment and try some new things. Man, I'm really happy with these. I can't wait to take some photos of them tomorrow. And thanks, Evilise, for the awesome idea for this coordinating one. This would be a really cute set to gift, you guys. Like, if you were making cards as a set or as a gift for someone, this would be a really cool way to do that. Because then they have coordinating styles, but they're not all the same. I don't know. I just think that's really cool. Hey, you guys give me awesome ideas too, Annalisa. Like, this was totally Evalisa's idea. That's super cool. And yeah, I started out with one idea of what we were gonna do, and then we totally went left field, and it turned out awesome. So that's really cool. I'm pretty excited about it. I always like it when things turn out better than you expect, not worse. New Year's resolution is to not be so hard on myself. I can definitely take that advice, or at least try to. But it's kind of, I don't know. I feel like it's sort of part of like how I was raised societally. Like the whole, I mean, I'm not going to get into the whole like feminist type whatever, but I have always kind of learned and been taught like to apologize basically for existing. Like, oh, I'm sorry I'm in your way. Oh, sorry this happened. Or I don't know, like it's just ingrained in my being. And I've been trying to get better about it, but for whatever reason that is in me. So I don't know. We will see how I can do at getting better with it. Can't make any promises, but I will try. But yeah. I don't know. Hopefully it's something that I can get better at. We will see. You guys can keep me honest. Very that, in your 30s, not so much now. Yeah, I need to get better about it, but for whatever reason, it's been a really hard habit for me to kick. Yeah, and I apologize for crazy things that are like in no way, shape, or form my fault. And I have no idea why I apologize for them, but I do. Like, I don't know. I can't even think of examples right now. I'm sure like as soon as I hit end live video, then I'll think of like 36 what did Christopher say about the typo stamp? Christopher said that they have already taken care of it and that it's already, everyone who ordered the stamp is getting a replacement stamp sent out. So that is already taken care of. I don't know when they're going to get to us, but, you know, yes, you're welcome instead of sorry. Yeah, and you know, the other thing is that I am too polite in public. Like, people are really mean to me, and I just don't stand up for myself well enough. Like, once they leave, I can think of a lot of things that I should have said or how I should have acted differently. But I can't think of it like right at that second. I don't know. But for whatever reason, I'm not like that fast on my feet in those situations. I think it's part of having some anxiety and whatever, because then later I go and I like reanalyze the situation like 47 times and like, what if I had said this? Or what would have happened if I did this? So anyway, if you guys have any ideas, because I know that a lot of you are moms, this is totally left field, totally not related to what I was just talking about at all. But if you guys who are moms or otherwise, aunts or friends or whatever, and you've had or been around little kids, for Christmas, do you have any ideas or suggestions for, oh, Tracy, that's so sweet. Do you guys have suggestions or anything for activities that are manageable but still fun for 4 and 2-year-olds for Christmas? Because I want to do something fun. Like, I don't want to be a super lame mom who does nothing for my kids on Christmas, or not just on Christmas, but like in the few days leading up to it. Like, I don't know. Like gingerbread houses, I've heard are fun, but with a 4 and 2-year-old, I don't know if that is a great idea. I mean, maybe. But just like fun things that I can do with them to get them, like, keep them engaged, because Kieran is not in school anymore for the next week or week and a half or something. I don't know. And so he's going to be going stir crazy because he is a very active child, and if he is not engaged, he is destructive. So I need to keep him occupied. I don't know. None of us know anything about kids. Yeah, Christmas ornaments. I feel like ship them to your mom's. I'll tell her you said that. Or better yet, Heather, I will let you tell her that they're coming. But yeah, so I want to do fun stuff, but I just don't know what to do, which is so funny because I do okay coming up with ideas for my own crafts, like things that I want to make, but I have a really hard time like coming up with age appropriate fun things to do for my children. Because I feel like I go way too overboard and that's too overwhelming for them. But I don't know what to do to like make it fun or easy, or like, you know what I mean? Like how to set up a station that is not gonna like make me pull my hair out or something. And I wanted to see, because like Michael sometimes has those little kid classes on the weekends, but I don't know if there is one this weekend. Yes, little kids adore mess and it's controllable. But what is the slime made of? Like, do you play with it on your fingers or does it come in a container? You know what I mean? I think my 4-year-old could probably do paper chains, maybe. I don't know. And they have kits, but you can make them at home anyhow. Hello in Colorado. Yeah, I don't know, I'll have to see. But yeah, if you guys have like specific things that you've done or you like to do, or like if you found something on Pinterest that you really liked or whatever, you guys can feel free to share it over on my Facebook page. And then that way we can keep interacting even when we are not live. And we can kind of share some ideas and things that we try out. And maybe if I try some of your ideas, I can share that with you as well. And let you know how it goes. Used to do paper chains and weird. Used to do, okay, hold on. Paper chains and popcorn strands, but scissors are a big no. Ooh, yeah. Scissors are a very scary thing for us also. Cut out figures from white Play-Doh, let it dry and paint them. Penny, I have no idea why it said that your comment was inappropriate. It like flagged it as potentially spam, and I don't understand why. I guess because it says cut. I'm not sure. Drew a snowman on a large piece of paper. Oh, that's cool. Play-Doh, Elmer's glue. Bake. Used to block the day. Breakfast, play, lunch, nap, movie, craft, dinner. Ooh. Heather, we need to talk. I need to pick your brain about some ideas that you had with that, because I think there are some similarities to my son and your son. Yes. We'll have to schedule some time where you and I can sit down and talk. Because any ideas that you have or things that worked for you guys may very well work for us as well. So, there's that. Okay. Yeah, routine. I need to get better about that. I need to look on Pinterest for some ideas with like routine cards or whatever, like the little Velcro schedule. I think that might help him. I've seen some stuff like that. Anyhow. Okay, so now that we've been chit-chatting about random stuff forever, I will go ahead and let you guys go for the night. Like I said, I didn't plan to go live tonight, but I don't know, I wanted to pop on since I won't be able to get on tomorrow night. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed creating these fun, non-traditional Christmas cards, but they are super fun. And exciting. But yeah, I don't know. If you guys have things that you want to see in future videos, let me know so that I can kind of add those to my list. And I am going to try to focus on doing some more recorded videos as well, because I have been totally neglecting my recorded video aspect of my channel, because I've been spending all of my video time with you guys live, which is totally awesome. However, I do need to have some pre-recorded videos as well, just to keep everyone on my channel happy and getting the content that they like. So I will be working on that as well. So I will have some new videos hopefully coming for you guys soon, as well as my fun recap of my trip to Pittsburgh for the anniversary party. So once we get off of here, I'm actually going to work on that a little bit so I can try to put my video together. Okay, so I love you guys so much. Hugs to all of you. If you have questions or anything, drop them in the comments or message me on Facebook or just leave a post. And I will talk to you guys again really soon. And I may see you in Christopher's live later on tonight. He said he was going to go live kind of late tonight. So yeah. All right. I will see you guys all later. Love you. Mwah. Bye.